Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. To throw, it's Kinsey. Close to the marker, it's Roberts. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, and now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away. He's got it! And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. He's got his man. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
On target. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his target down the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap him from the 39. Wants to go up top on first down. Turns it loose. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Back to pass. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Back open in the middle. Breaks into the open. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Kinsey. Gets it out quickly. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Got his man on the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. They're going back to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the run. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Got it, looking for the first down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, that 3 ball has us all tied up here in the second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
The Hawkeyes can really attack on this second and short. Takes the handoff. It's Peppers. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Back to throw. It's Lindsey. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hawkeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. He'll go to the sneak.
Man, I like the call. Third inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On fourth and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Wants to fire on second down. Gets it out fast. At 45 on its way. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you're up 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
The give from the gun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Dropping back, it's Kinsey. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense...
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Defense showing blitz here. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. He's going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by a field goal over Nebraska. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Miller. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Kinsey. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Miller. And they reacted well with the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Makes the quick grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Backed up now, here's second and long. They run the reverse. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Makes the grab. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Kinsey. Going downfield for the big play. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust.
There he goes. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, that's just pitch and catch. At this point, you're just trying to create some rhythm in the passing game, so you find your tight end, stick around middle of the field, doesn't get easier than that.
Off the play fake. They're working that left side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Lindsey. They're setting up the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
Protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it on. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quarterback may change this route. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Quick strike complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Trying to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Good timing on the quick out. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolutely center cut. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Find some fresh air. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Kinsey. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play back.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Just inside the 35, first and 10 from the 34. Now on the move. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this third down play. Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
And his slip's just inside that right upright. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Akron. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. The incoming.